What is up, you guys? So I am back at Target. Target's right there. So I was planning on doing this video anyways, but just not this soon. I wanted to do like a video kind of just being like, hey, this is what you actually need in like a college dorm or something like that. Yeah, so that's what I was planning on doing. It really got inspired for me to go ahead and just do it today because I am going to be doing a internship in the fall, so I will not be doing like college and school and all that. But I did get an email for my housing that I will be able to sign up come Sunday. Today is Friday. It's about like 1:36. Yeah. So I was thinking it was going to be super busy. I hope it's not too bad, but yeah. But yeah, this video is going to be pretty much kind of like what you actually need for a dorm or on-campus apartment. Things you will forget, things you like generally need. That's going to be more of like kind of like a serious but like a realistic, like what do you really need. Give you background. I have lived first year I lived in a dorm with a communal bathroom, shared the room with one other person. I hope you can hear me pretty well. It's like, my car says it's like 91 degrees. I'm not turning the air off because I'll start sweating and that's not cute. But anyways, I have lived in a dorm with a communal bathroom where you shared the bathroom with the whole entire floor. Let's just say I do not recommend that. I understand some like colleges or universities have that as like a requirement per se. I know for where I go to school, MTSU, they have like a freshman only dorm, and they have a freshman only, and then they have first time students to MTSU. That's where I go, on paid sponsorship. They have those two, and those are like kind of like what a lot of people live in, and you kind of like, if it's your first time, you can try to live in like a standard dorm, but it's going to be a lot harder for you to do that. So I've lived in that. I've lived in an on-campus apartment before where I shared it with 3 other people. There was 4 of us total. We had our own separate rooms, but we just shared like the living room and kitchen. Yeah, so I've had a total of quite a few roommates, so I understand the whole living situation. I am a junior in college. My internship, I'm actually about to do the Disney College program, and there's a very high chance I will probably be sharing my apartment with at least like 4 other girls. So yeah, I'm used to the whole situation of living with people. I have a whole video on confessions of having a roommate. I have dorm tours. I have the apartment tour to give you an idea. Just, I mean, at this point you might as well just subscribe. But I will leave those videos linked throughout this video. You'll see like little icons up above, and then I will also put a few of them at the end. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and head on into Target. I don't have my tripod with me, which I kind of hate because I'm kind of just gonna be like propping it with my hand. Yeah, so first off, let me just go ahead and just start in the car with what you need. So most people, I am very lucky and very blessed to have an SUV that is my car. So I was able to fit just about every single, all my stuff fit in my car. Give you a overview. That's what we're working with. Standard SUV size. There's my jacket for emergencies. And then I have a trunk back there. Most people have a car that is like the size next to me, which is like a standard sedan. And, they end up having to bring 2 cars. I end up just having, I had 2 cars with me, but that was only because like there was room for like me and like one other parent, and then the other parent obviously needed to like come. So that's why I had 2 cars, but everything I had was able to fit in 1 car. Even the same for with my apartment. Everything was able to fit in 1 car. I did do trips, like, because I live 4 hours away from my school, so I did bring, like, close towards the end of the year, I brought home I did, and I would recommend this when you're close to like your 2-week mark of moving out. Bring home just about everything you can bring home that you know you're not gonna need for the last 2 weeks of school. That's the way I did it. It helped so much when actual move out day came, because that day, let alone, is already so stressful. There's so much going on. It just was so much more helpful just to have like already most of my stuff already at home. And then both of my parents, I told them, since I had already brought most of my stuff home, they didn't have to come and help me move out, since I have moved out before. So it was pretty easy. Most people end up having to have 2 cars. That's standard. Definitely bring what you need. I mean, you're not going, like, unless you are going like states away, or like you're doing like an abroad, you're not on a desert island. Remember that. You are gonna buy stuff while you're at school. You're gonna buy more clothes. You're gonna buy more items that you realize you need. Also, a quick little side note, I just realized just about everything I'm wearing is from Target. My pants are from Target. You can't see them. There they are. My purse is Target. My shoes aren't. The reason I'm doing Target is just because it is one of those, Target and Walmart are one of the places where you can find just about everything, and you probably won't need to go to like a second store unless you're looking for very particular items. But 9 times out of 10, if there's not a Target nearby, or if Target is just more money than you want to spend, which I understand, you know, girl used to work there, I know the prices. So I understand if you want to do Walmart, I completely get it. But those are like the top 2 stores that I recommend, just because you can find just about most everything you are gonna need, especially when it comes to like necessity stuff. So yeah, Bed Bath & Beyond, they do have stuff, but I mean, if you want to spend that price tag, you go right ahead. Hey you guys, so I am back home. So I'm actually going to change the setup of how I do this. I'm just going to talk a little bit about each kind of like section, and then I'm going to play the clips showing like kind of the exact products that you need, because it was just, there was more people at Target than I was prepared for. I just didn't want to like make it be super awkward and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, let me just film the clips of what you actually need, sit down, talk, get comfortable. First section I'm going to show you is going to be the bathroom kind of section, I guess you say, or bath, or I don't really know how they label it in Target. I think it's just bath. But so I think this is the one clip where I did talk and you can hear me, so I'm not going to go over towels because I think I did talk about that. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with some of the first like basic essential things that you are gonna definitely forget about because you are not at home. And if you decide to bring towels from home, great. If you don't, Target's got you covered. They got plenty of colors right here. I think the ones I got are like the gray ones down here, but they have these like everyday bath towels for like $3.99, and then they have like face towels and just like bath mats, more stuff like that. But yeah, they have like, you'll notice within the college section a lot of, well, like the home section per se. One big brand is Room Essentials. 90% of your stuff will probably be Room Essentials because they are college friendly budget. But I think the way I had did it was I got, so the way I did it for bath towels was I got 3 full like everyday towels, and then I got like 4 washcloths. And honestly, like, we really don't need more than that, so I would just recommend getting this brand. Also under bath is gonna be like your shower caddy. Now that is mostly for people who have like a communal bathroom situation, whether it be with the whole floor or you're sharing with a couple of rooms. Now we do have dorms like at the school I go to where it's like 3 rooms. I want to say like 3 rooms, and each room has like 2 people in it, so 6 people sharing one bathroom. Communal bathroom, I think that's majority. Even in the on-campus apartment I lived in, it was just me and one other person, so I didn't really need like a shower caddy. But essentially, for those who don't know what it really is, it's mostly for you to put everything that you need to shower with, your toothbrush, all that stuff, everything you need to take into the bathroom with you so that you're not running back and forth. For those who like live in the communal bathroom, it's mostly recommended for those situations, or even just a bathroom where you can't just leave your stuff sitting around, because you will need like your soap, your face towel, any sort of like what's it called, like face, if you do any like face scrubs or any facial stuff you do to your skin, your toothbrush, toothpaste, your like shower gel, if you use a loofah, all that kind of stuff. All that kind of stuff is what you kind of put in the shower caddy, shampoo, conditioner, all that, you put in there. So they have like the ones that you'll see in the clip where it's like a kind of like a mesh bag, which is the one that I used to have. I think I had like the gray one that's in this clip. And then they have kind of like the big bulkier, like a basket one. It's really up to preference. If you want, like, I preferred the mesh one just because it's more like, I just say like flexible in a way, and it wasn't just this big bulky thing that I was gonna have to bring back into my room and put it somewhere. Typically a lot of people put it under their bed or in their closet. That's where a lot of people I've seen put their shower caddy, but it's really up to you. So they do have, in the clip I tried to zoom in as much to the price point so you could see like how much this stuff costs, so you could price it out for yourself. I think I did that with most of the items, I'm not too sure, but yeah. So that is essentially most of the stuff you would need for bath. Now, if you have where you have to like bring in like a shower curtain, all that kind of stuff, I can do a whole separate video on that because I have lived in like a on-campus apartment. So that is definitely a bit more in detail, because you do need more stuff, because you have to worry about things like bath mats and shower curtains and things like that, versus when you're in some sort of a communal bathroom situation. They already have the shower curtains for you. You don't have to worry about that. Bath mat, you don't have to worry about, because I can't think of what kind of flooring it is, but they have like a certain kind of flooring in the communal bathrooms, and then they have like a drain for all throughout. So you don't really have to worry about that kind of stuff, but that is a kind of a whole separate video if you want me to do that, and just let me know. So the next section is bedding. Now, I did say earlier I got my bedding at Bed Bath & Beyond, and I do love my bedding. I do really like it, but Target does have some really good options, especially since the thing is, with a lot of college dorms and a lot of college like beds, they are going to be twin sizes or twin XL typically are the sizes you will be going for and what you will be needing. So therefore I wouldn't like spend like a ton of money on it. I would get you some nice, get you some that's gonna last you, because my thing is why I was willing to spend a bit more is because I was like, I want something that I'm not gonna have to replace every single year. I want something that's gonna last me all throughout college. I'm not gonna have to give me anything else. So I was fine with spending a bit more. And then I did really like that one, so I ultimately went with that one. Along with that, you will need some sort of like kind of like bed bug protectant. Like a lot of times they're like this, it's this big I don't want to say like a sheet, but like it's like this white kind of wrap sheet thing that you put the mattress in, and it protects from bed bugs. Some are waterproof, some aren't. Essentially it's just a bed bug protectant. That's really mostly what it does. Some have waterproof. I have a clip of that, I'll show you, and you really do need that, because like honestly I wouldn't want any kind of situation with bed bugs. I wouldn't even want to deal with it. While the universities do clean the beds before everyone gets there and cleans the rooms and like all that, and they clean them while you're over break, I still just would not want to deal with that. So definitely get you one of those. Along with that, I would recommend getting you some sort of mattress pad, because again, as you have probably been warned, college bedding is not the most comfortable. It definitely is not bedding that you're used to, like your bed back home. Yeah, so I would definitely get some sort of mattress cover. I just got me one that I got at Target as well. I think the clip that I show you is like the same exact stuff I got. The mattress pad is just simply just goes over the top part and then just kind of like attaches onto the bottom of the bed. So, well, the bottom of the mattress, and you're good. For that, outside of pillows, I did not go and like go onto the pillow aisles. I think that's something personally you have to determine. I've met some people who just have one pillow on their bed. Some people have like 5 or 6. Some people only have like 2. That's up to you. Next thing is going to be the storage section. So for storage, a lot of people will do either big bins or like the drawers. It's really up to you. I have done, I have me this big bin that I used to do for the first year. That was like one of the 3-tier bins. I had that my first year, and then I just didn't want to use it after that one, and I just brought it home and I use it for something else now. But I do use me one of those big, just standard bins for when I'm moving in, and then I typically will put that under my bed later on. So I have that. There's also like shelves, I think is what, yeah, like shelves that you could do. Like they have like a rolling cart shelf thing I've seen before, just a standard shelf. There's so many kind of ways of storage you can do it. I kind of labeled this section as like tech, and it's not really, I mean, it's tech, but it's not. So as you have probably been told, you cannot have like the whole, like when you get an outlet, like the big like box ones, you have to get the cord and it has to have the little switch on it. I don't really know like the proper term. I can't think of what it's called for each of them, but it basically, it has to have the little switch on it. I took a video, you'll see what I'm talking about. Basically in the video I put out what you have to have. I can't remember the exact reason why you have to have it. It's like majority of universities, typically that is the requirement, that it has to look like that. It has to have that little switch for you to turn it on and off. And also I would just recommend that because I'm gonna tell you now, your actual like electrical outlets will be in some of like the weirdest and worst places. Like the dorm I was in the first year, so me and my roommate, we each had like a little 4 outlet, but both of the outlets were behind both of our beds. And while we could move our bed there, the rooms were only so big, so no matter which way we moved it, our bed was still covering it. And then there was another outlet, but we had to use that one for like our microwave and fridge, so we didn't really have much room to like put anything else. We did put one of those little like outlet things over there in case we needed more. And then when you get like on your desk, you'll want to have like, if you're a coffee person, you may want to have your coffee there, charge up your phone, all that kind of stuff. If you bring a TV, you're gonna need some sort of outlet for that. But that's just like kind of like a university standard of what they allow and what they don't. So just, I don't know, I'm just a messenger when it comes to that. Other little tech things is just remembering like all the chargers you may need for TVs, if you need batteries for the remote, whatever you need for that. If you get a lamp, any kind of like light bulbs, just like little stuff that things like light bulbs and batteries, things like that that you just don't think about, that you're so used to having at home you never have to worry about, and you now have to remember like, hey, I need this. So just little stuff like that. Next thing I want to discuss is laundry. Obviously you need some sort of big hamper. Outside of a hamper, things like, some people bring like a full thing of detergent, some people bring like the Tide Pods. It's really personal preference. What do you like? I personally do the Tide Pods just because when I lived in like the communal dorm, it was also kind of a communal laundry in a way. Like the floor shared a laundry room, and there was 2 washers, 2 dryers for 1 floor, and I think there was, most of the rooms there was at least 2 people, and there was probably about like 20, at least 25, at least 20 rooms, 20 to 25 rooms. And if there's 2 people, there's a lot of people doing laundry. I think it really comes down to like each floor and how people do their laundry and figuring out what is the best time. I feel like kind of a general that is not going to be the best time for doing laundry is going to be the weekend, because just thinking about it, a lot of people wear out what they need to wear for the week when they have to go to class, all that kind of stuff. And then here comes the weekend. People either have plans or they don't, and if they don't have plans, what are they got to do? At some point they have to do laundry. So I feel like weekend is like the worst time to do your laundry. But you definitely need a laundry bin, Tide Pods, laundry like however you want to do it. Please don't forget all your stuff when you're about to do your laundry. Make sure you have everything you need. Outside of laundry, some people, I personally for my first year did not have myself an ironing board or iron. But then this past year, I got myself another one. I got myself one because I noticed a lot of my clothes that I have are kind of delicate and kind of just really need to be ironed. So it's all like, I would base that strictly off of like what you're bringing to college, what do you need, all that kind of stuff, just so you could determine like, hey, do I need an actual like ironing board and iron. I did video of like, I have like the little mini one, and then I did with the irons that they have. Really, like, outside of that, I don't really know what else to say. Like, if you notice that a lot of the clothes you're going to be bringing requires ironing, then I would recommend investing in at least a mini one, because at least with the mini one you can like set it on the floor or set it on your bed and just go, versus a big one you have to pull it all the way out and it takes up more space. So if you're short on space and like don't have a lot of room, I would recommend the little mini one. I have that one, gets the job done. I can set it on the floor, set it on my bed, and we're good to go. So last topic I have is kitchen. So I don't think I really filmed too much of kitchen stuff. I don't think I filmed really anything. So I'm just gonna really talk about this one. This is strictly down to like what you need. Coming from someone who bought themselves like utensils, I mean, I'm glad that I have them, but at the end of the day, you really don't need like your own like utensils, because honestly, a lot of people just use like the little plastic fork, spoon, knife, all that kind of stuff. Especially if you are, again, communal bathroom kind of situation. They do, the way mine was set up was right next to the laundry room, they had like a little kitchen, and they gave us like a stove, oven. There was a microwave in there. There was some storage in there. So most of the time, most people have just like a microwave to work with, a coffee maker, and that's about it. Some people, I have heard some people bring like rice cookers, slow cookers. Once you move into the more like where you're like on your own apartment, I can understand you having more equipment, because I mean, if you have like a full like apartment, then you got like a full kitchen and stuff like that, then there's a need for you to have more stuff. But if you just have like a standard, just like none of that, the basics I would say you need is if you're a coffee drinker, have your coffee maker, your mugs, whatever you need for that. I would recommend having a couple of bowls, and bowls in just a sense of like bowls to eat like food out of, and then bowls for just storage so that you can put stuff for later in your fridge. Obviously a fridge, a microwave, those are like the necessity most people are able to have. A lot of people, once they meet who their roommate is, some people will split it. One person will get the microwave, one person will get the fridge, or they'll just decide who's gonna bring which one, because those are the more bulkier and more expensive items of the dorm room. So I'd say that if you want to have you some plates, some cups, go right on ahead. But really, you don't need a ton of stuff if you're just doing like a standard dorm room. You don't really need a lot. I can understand if you want to have, if you eat a lot of stuff that requires a can opener, I would have that. I'm trying to think of what else you really need. Like, honestly, there's not a ton you really need. So that's all I really say for like kitchen. I didn't really film too much of it because there's not a ton you need if you're in that kind of situation. But yeah, I hope this was helpful. I hope this was really informative. I hope this helps some of you who are about to go shopping for dorm supplies and figuring out what you need and all that kind of stuff. Check out my whole college journey playlist. I have at least like a solid like year and a half of college up. I have like move-in day videos so you can get an actual feel for what move-in day is like, move-out day is like, a typical day. I have dorm tours, all that kind of stuff, so you can actually see like what I was really working with and get an actual feel for everything. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful. I'll leave links to all kinds of stuff down below that will help you out, and I will see you guys later. Bye.